If you work for Lucasfilm or Disney or Star Wars in any way, shape, or form, delete your social media account now. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, the one and only viewer, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate Harpy from the undisclosed location again. Still only be another week or so out here now, so I apologize for the different sound and the very echoey. I don't know how to fix it, but hey, it'll be back to normal soon. So please, please, please subscribe, like, subscribe, share, all of those things. Now we're gonna rail on what you want, been waiting for me to rail on, which is this Pablo Hidalgo stuff. Oh, but there's more. There's so much more. See, now Variety has picked this up. Now we have Variety coming in talking about this. So what happened? Pablo Hidalgo, he's one of those Lucasfilm story group people, or he's an executive. He's basically a nobody who sits on Twitter and trolls people saying, your Snoke theory sucks. And he's been at it for a couple of years now. He retweeted something rather nasty about me, calling me Mecha Troll Face for some reason. I mean, okay, do I troll people? Do I have a trolling face? Maybe, possibly, probably. Now he's going after YouTubers. Not only is he going after YouTubers, he's going after YouTubers who are actually excited for the product that they're supposed to be excited for. What is your problem, Pablo Hidalgo? Seriously, what in the ever-loving crap is your problem? See, now Variety has picked up on... So this is Star Wars theory right here. He got emotional when he saw Luke Skywalker. What's wrong with that? Why would you even be upset that somebody likes your product? I mean, seriously, for crying out loud, this is exactly what the problem was with The Last Jedi in the first place, is that they got upset with us for not liking it, then they get upset with us for liking it, then they, now, seriously! So what are you gonna do? Say he's a big man baby for crying because he saw Luke Skywalker? Are you kidding me? How Lucasfilm's execs tweet reopen the wounds of The Last Jedi? Because he's the same guy who was coming after us with The Last Jedi. Like I said, retweeting very nasty things about me, because why, I have no idea. Now we got Ryan Crappen Johnson coming in. Now we got Ryan Crappen Johnson retweeting him. Tears literally streaming down my cheek. So they're making fun of people liking the products. Can we just stop? Can we just stop? But for fuck's sake, I'm tired of these people. I'm so tired of every single time anybody has an opinion on anything. Anybody has any opinion on anything, you've got to get these execs sticking their noses. Just delete. If you work for Lucasfilm, delete your social media. There should be a zero tolerance. But no, there's more. Now I got to read this. Now I got to read the article here, because there's a whole article. It's from Variety now. Now it's making Variety news. What is your problem? How Lucasfilm's execs tweets reopen wounds from The Last Jedi. Lucasfilm's Pablo Hidalgo apologized for tweeting, emotions are not to be shared, in a thread about a Star Wars fan's emotional reaction to The Mandalorian, but the damage had been done. And that Star Wars fan is Star Wars Theory. He's a YouTuber, and he has, the only thing I really know about him is that he made the fan film, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was a fan film where he, I guess, I don't even remember, it was like 2 years ago when I watched it, but then again, it was actually pretty decent. It was pretty well done, and I believe they struck his channel or claimed his channel, one or the other, and they weren't supposed to. And that was what all the drama was from. So Lucasfilm's Pablo Hidalgo apologized for tweeting, emotions are not to be shared, in a thread about a Star Wars fan's emotional reaction to The Mandalorian, but the damage has been done. Now, Pablo Hidalgo does say that this is supposed to be it was supposed to be in a sarcastic tweet. He was being sarcastic. Why would you even say anything? Why would you even be on social media knowing that you can't take anything in context? You're just responding to what's in text in front of you. You can't see somebody's expression. You can't see somebody's context. You can't see somebody's inflection. You cannot see somebody's tone of voice. When you're just tweeting something, why do they not have some sort of social media sensitivity training? I think they did step in yesterday. I think that Lucasfilm probably did step in because he apologized. He gave you a half-assed backwards little apology. Warning, the following contains spoilers for the final season of The Mandalorian. We already saw it. On December 17th, a popular Star Wars YouTuber joined the roughly 30,000 fans as he live streamed his reaction to the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. The YouTuber, who most often goes by the name of his account, Star Wars Theory, has also been referred to as Twos in some press reports. watched mostly in concentrated silence during the first 30 minutes of the episode. But when a telltale X-Wing fighter cruised into view, he jumped up in his seat as a childlike grin washed over his face. Yes! This is the reaction we want out of Star... I'm bouncing. I'm bouncing. You guys got me so worked up. I'm bouncing. I'm hopping. This is what we want out of Star Wars. We want fun things that we can attach ourselves to, that we remember, that are there. And yeah, that's the only reason he's there, that Luke's there, is just to get a fan reaction, just to play on our nostalgia. But sometimes we want that. We want to consume these things. We are fans of these things because we want to enjoy them. Nobody goes in and says, you know what? I'm going to watch The Mandalorian because I want to hate on it. No, and that's kind of why I stopped watching it for the most part, because I didn't want to be hating on it for being kind of a dull thing where I'm just concerned for little baby Yoda, little baby Grogu. I didn't want to just be concerned for him. And that's why I stopped, because it wasn't really that entertaining to me until that little very end thing where I'm like, oh, that's Luke. Oh, that's Star Wars. That's the Star Wars I wanted to sign up for. Don't give me hope, bro, he said to no one in particular. Roughly a minute later, when he saw a cloaked, hooded figure wielding a green lightsaber appear, Tooz burst into tears, certain of what the episode later confirmed. It was Luke Skywalker. That's what we wanted. We wanted characters we know and are familiar with. For the next 15 minutes, Tooz wept as the episode unfolded. When it was over, he seemed slightly embarrassed, but mostly in dumbstruck awe at the deep feelings the episode had evoked in him. Thank you, Lucasfilm, he said, still wiping me back his tears. This is what the little 6-year-old in me wanted to see. Me too. That's why I watched the episode. I'm like, oh, you're finally giving me Star Wars. As much as I love Baby Yoda, as much as I do, I can kind of separate him from the, but no, once you're giving me like real Star, like this is where it should have gone. This is where the sequel trilogy, we shouldn't have even had this Rey crap. 10 days later, Tooz had a different sentiment entirely for Lucasfilm, exposing once again the delicate and precarious relationship between the studio and its most vocal fans. Hey, they're not calling us toxic anymore. And at a moment when it seemed like Lucasfilm and Disney had put the worst of Star Wars fans' unrest behind them. Tooz posted to Twitter that he noticed Pablo Hidalgo, a top executive in Lucasfilm's story department, was commenting on a thread that was ridiculing his emotional reaction to Luke's appearance on The Mandalorian. Because Hidalgo's account was private, however, Tooz couldn't see what the executive was saying. Get off of social media! You shouldn't even have it private. You should not have an account. You could have like a burner account that nobody knows you are, but you shouldn't even have one. You're at this executive sort of level dealing with fans on social media. Why do you have an account at all? Why do they still, after all this time, this was the whole problem when you had people like Ryan Crabbing Johnson telling fans that we're all a bunch of man babies and ists and phobes and toxic and whatever. That is ruining your product. That is ruining everybody's enjoyment. This fan bickering, this tribalist ganging up on, and you know what? I don't care what your reaction to The Mandalorian was. If you're gonna get emotional, so did I. I started getting emotional. I got teary. I did when I saw Luke, because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Why would anybody same thing when Eric Butts cried over the Rise of Skywalker trailer. Yay! You love something. I'm so happy you love something, right? And maybe I don't love it too. Who cares? That's beside the point. This is the whole purpose. But then again, I'm not working for Lucasfilm. I'm not working for any of these things. And I guess some of us in the fandom are a little bit better than these people who we're supposed to be giving money to, right? Why do these people still have jobs with Lucasfilm when they keep getting into it with the viewers, with the customers, right? This is like going to McDonald's and you get a snotty cashier. They're going to get their asses fired. These people need to be fired for this crap. That's when he learned what Hidalgo had treated. Emotions are not for sharing. Star Wars Theory was outraged, interpreting Hidalgo's remarks as indeed piling on the mockery of his genuine emotion. By that point, Hidalgo had deleted the tweet, but rather inexplicably, he also put a screenshot of it as a banner over his account because he wants the attention. He wants to stir up controversy. He wants to stir up something. He wants to provoke and troll people because they enjoy it, because they don't like you. They don't want your money. They don't want you as a customer. They don't want you as a viewer. That's more importantly, they do not want us as viewers. Star Wars Theory took it as more trolling. You're telling people it's not okay to have emotions about the work your company produces, and then you make fun of them for crying. Not okay. It's not. And here's his tweet. I'll just insert it after the fact here. Roughly 20 hours later, the executive apologized. I wish to clarify that my post that emotions are not to be shared was a sarcastic self-mockery and was certainly not intended to be hurtful to anyone. And I'm deeply sorry for that. But why would you put it under your private locked account? It's not even private. It's just got a little lock over it so people he follows and who follows him can see it. You're basically making fun of somebody behind their back on social media for all your buddies to laugh at. What the crap is wrong with you? What the crap is wrong with Lucasfilm for condoning and allowing this? Sure, he apologized, but it's not good enough. As a lifelong fan, I appreciate fans expressing how they feel. It's what being a fan is about. Hidalgo did not address placing the offending tweet as a banner over his account, but a source close to him says he did so briefly, not out of malice, but after people began asking his private followers for screenshots for the deleted tweet. The damage, meanwhile, had been done. By the time Hidalgo apologized, the YouTube reaction video from Star Wars Theory about Hidalgo's tweet, in which Choose discussed how much Luke Skywalker had helped him when he battled cancer, had already amassed 500,000 views and was trending on Twitter. Star Wars Theory's reaction had itself inspired his own backlash, with several posters suggesting his outrage was a willful misreading of Hidalgo's intentions. A good way to generate more traffic to his channel. No. Pablo Hidalgo does this stuff on purpose. He will tweet something knowing that it's going to be a vague thing, because that's the same thing he did with me. Somebody tweeted out this thing where it said Mecha Troll Face, and he had this whole song, and Pablo Hidalgo retweeted it in a way that was just vague enough to make sure that he wasn't going to be blamed for the tweet. He basically said something, and I wish if I was not on the road, I would just show you. I'll see if I can find it from one of my videos. There's trolling, and then there's this, and I don't know who he was referring to. Was he referring to the person making fun of me, or was he just retweeting it? Because he certainly didn't defend me. He certainly didn't defend me and say, hey, why are you picking on YouTubers? And the rest of the article just goes on to state how it just drummed up all the old wounds that are still pretty fresh, right? Because what did we see? We saw our childhood heroes disgraced, degraded, and we were made fun of for complaining about it. We were called every name under the sun. We were called, you're an ist if you don't like Rey, or you're an ist if you don't like Rose Tico. It's like, no. What we want to see Luke Skywalker kicking butt. We want to see the characters we grew up with. And we don't want to see this McDonaldization, copy and paste retelling of the stories we already know. We want to see a continuation. We want to see a story with some balls and some heart and some soul that actually connects to the stuff we liked, instead of just some new modern day corporate studio notes, demographic based. Oh, we need to see what our story group says. Yeah, your story group who cares more about diversity and the color of people's skin because they're a bunch of segregationists and a bunch of racists than you do about the fans who actually don't care, because this is Star Wars. These are aliens and they don't care about that. Now that I've yelled about that for 5 minutes, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42. And I just, seriously, Pablo, Ryan, get off of Twitter. Delete your Twitters. All of you, if you work for Lucasfilm, delete your Twitter now. See you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.